We are connecting. It says we are live, but I don't have a picture yet. I am waiting. Good morning, friends.
Good morning.
Here we are, live and with you today. Well, alive and with you today. A little bit of both. How's that? Little bit of both. We are waiting for friends to join today. Waiting for friends to join. Oh, here they all are. How's everybody doing?
How is everybody?
You guys good? What's the latest and greatest? Excuse me. Tell us a story. We have, yay, Mitski. Hello from sunny San Diego.
Hello.
Was waiting for the live to begin. Hi from Germany. And just tons of highs and hellos.
Hello, everybody.
That's what we got this morning. Yeah. And a lot of people are freaking out because it's Mitski.
Well, thank you all for recommending them.
So, let's see. Nope, today is the dark purple colored pencil and the white colored pencil, so there will be no paint today.
Yeah, no paint.
Yeah. J Cream Game says, hello, Scott. I just made a painting recently relating to the judgment of society.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
That sounds heavy. Hello from Brazil. Hello from Berlin.
Hello.
So the B's are covered this morning. Sketch Fusion says, hello, friends. How are y'all doing today? Lots of love from India. Let's see. Let's see. You know, Scott just picks what he feels like doing that day and if they're a good person. So we have a Steph nerd. Lars says, hello, greetings from Switzerland.
Greetings.
We've got a hello from Perth, Australia.
All of these lately have been your requests.
Let's see. Hello from the sunny UK. That's the sunny and the UK in the same sentence.
Yeah, Mom says it's the sun came out today.
Well, there you go.
She said it was raining. My mom and our cousins are visiting. They went to go see Downton Abbey, Highclere Castle. So she just called me this morning and she said it is a beautiful sunny day today.
She hates the rain, so I'm sure it is a welcome respite from the rain.
Yeah.
I will tell you, nothing feels better than a cup of tea in London in the rain. It just feels, I don't know, perfect. Let's see. Let's see. Guess who's back? Scott, that's who. Yep, that's true. That is true. Nameless is back. How many streams did I miss? I have no idea. Leon signed up for a figure drawing class on Thursday nights and is excited to go.
Oh, that's great.
Good for you. Scribble Art says, so what's going on? Just got here.
We're drawing.
Well, he's drawing. I'm drinking tea. Let's see.
Let me see.
Yes, no blow dryer today. You are correct. This is the first time I could catch a live. I'm excited to see how it turns out. Love from Albania.
Oh.
Wow. What?
I'm just adjusting the camera.
Okay.
It's just a little off.
Hello from North Carolina.
Hello.
It's my first live from Florida, where it was pouring 1 minute and sunny the next. Yep, that's Florida.
That's Florida.
Has Scott ever drawn? Oh, of me? Oh my God.
Yeah, there's a short
video on. There's a short on how many times he's drawn me over the years, and the answer to that question is too many. And Ellen is here. Do you have a favorite Mitski song?
I don't really know Mitski. I'm only, but I did know the Nobody Knows song. So So that was a good song. And I think there was another song that I had heard before, but basically, my mom's just going to keep texting me pictures from London. But basically, what was I going to say? I know whatever songs I know were from TikTok.
Do we have a video or a short on the Hobbit hole?
There's a longer video. If you
Okay.
go under videos, you'll see.
How we made our basement into a Hobbit
I
hole?
think if you sort by popularity, you'll find it easier.
Okay. So there you go. Can you tell me a little bit more about who you're drawing?
This is a musician named Mitski, and apparently they are not very comfortable with the fandom and being popular and whatnot, and they moved to Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, come on, really?
Yeah, seriously.
Good grief. I wonder if it's going to continue to be. When we first moved here, everybody said nobody bothers country singers or, celebrities when they're out here because everybody's very respectful of them. And it's like, look, if they're going to Starbucks and getting a cup of coffee, then they just want to go to Starbucks and get a cup of coffee. But I'm wondering with everyone moving here and with all the people that visit, if that's going to continue to be the norm.
Yeah.
I have to wonder if that's going to change at all. Hello from Finland.
Hello.
You are on my list. Oh, that reminds me. We are going live Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central Time with Kim Diaz, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So Saturday morning, we will be live with Kim, not on our channel, on Kim's channel. So you'll have to go follow Kim and set the notification for if you want to get notified when he's going live. But it'll be Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Central Time. Let's see. A lot of people here, it's their first stream.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Well, summer.
Welcome, everybody.
And so
Yeah,
we're getting
that's true.
New people, but we're so happy to see you.
Love from Ireland. I went back to the Harrods tea a couple days ago. I am drinking the Harrods Knightsbridge blend tea. And it is wonderful. Anytime I have a cup in my hand, it's wonderful. So I seem to be going back and forth with those. T-minus 3 days until Ellen's on the road.
Oh boy.
Yes, I do believe we will be just missing her, unfortunately. Hello from Germany.
Hello.
Paramita says hi. Oh yeah, the mods are super on top of everything. They really are. We love them. This was the most perfect time to see a live because I just sat down to draw my anatomy records for uni and I get to watch a master at work, which motivates me to try my best. That's so sweet.
Thank you.
And Bethany put the 3-minute video of the Hobbit hole creation in the chat.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah, and Erica's here. Hi, Erica.
Hey, Erica.
How you doing, friend? One of these days, I have a new bucket list item, and my bucket list item is to do a botanical garden that Erica and I have never been to with Erica.
Oh, that would be fun.
I know. She likes to do that too, and so I would love that. Jen and says, good morning. Just stopping by to say hi before I go to my second graders' end of year picnic. Oh, I remember
fun.
those. And trying not to have an existential crisis that she's halfway through elementary school. I get that. I 100% get that. Yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, it just flies. I don't know how that happens. But enjoy. Have fun at the picnic. Those are always fun. Take lots of pictures. Include pictures of yourself.
So I thought this would be a fun photo to do because she's just half of her head is covered with hair. So that's what I'm doing right now. Everything okay, dear?
Yeah. We are just, in case you ever wonder, when I get quiet, the mods text me, oh, don't forget this, or remember that, or, be sure to ask this question. So I check my phone I, unlike Scott, always have it on silent. Yeah, just to make sure they keep me on my toes, which I am incredibly grateful for. So that's always good. I have got a competition to draw something on Beat the Heat. What can I draw?
Who? Someone in a pool?
I think someone who's melting, holding a nice tall glass of iced tea.
Ooh, a snowman.
Oh, wow, a snowman. But that's kind of sad because then he'd have to be melting if he's beating the heat. What is your favorite comic and what is your favorite anime?
Well, my favorite comic growing up was Spider-Man, but I actually own every issue of Conan the Barbarian.
He does.
So, I don't know. Favorite anime is Speed Racer.
There you go. That shows how old we are. Lula's here from the Tea Foundry. And we have a One-Up Girls here, and Frankie Roth is here.
Hello, both of you.
How's everybody doing today? Yes, I will be painting Scott's nails for the live with Kim. Colleen says they look so nice painted. Yes, I will be painting his nails before Saturday. Kim, look up Kim Diaz Home. That is his channel name.
And there's if you go to my videos, you'll see recaps of the different lives that we've done, so you kind of get an idea.
And do you tag him in those?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is Donna's favorite singer or band, and who is Scott's favorite? I'm pretty partial to Pink lately. I've been listening to her, but I've also been going back and forth to some 70s and some 80s stuff. And what about you?
Seal.
There you go. Nivadita says, "Hey Scott, you were my inspiration. Thank you."
Oh, thank you.
Simp says, "This is my first stream too, and I'm happy about it. I love Mitski so much."
Oh, welcome.
Welcome to that
Much
pencil just jumped, huh?
I hit this. It knocked it out of my hands.
It's okay. Did Scott have a sketch underneath the colored pencils, or did he just go for it? Nope, he went for it.
No, you can see my guidelines. Can you see the guidelines in the circle? If you go back to the beginning, you'll see me just drawing out a very rough. This is the shape. So here I'll show you guys. So what you do is you get your generic.
Babe, it's very hard to see that with the way the lighting is. It's so light, it's hard to see.
Okay, I will do it darker. So you get your generic thing, and then you're going to do, that's the center. This is where your eyes go. This is where your nose goes, and this is where your mouth goes. Once you have that, then you could start adding in the eyebrows and the eyes and the nose and if you maybe can't see it, but I have like the little, all of that is already in there. So because I did that at the start of the video or the live.
But you did it very, very faint.
Yeah, I do it faint because I don't want you to, like, if you look, you can still see the line down Hosier's face and across. Same thing with John Lennon.
We can't see the line at all.
Here's.
Okay, I can see that one, but I can't see the other two. Yeah, just a smidge of it, though.
Yeah.
All right. Amy would like to know how we are today.
We're doing good, thank you.
Yeah, we are. I'm debating breakfast. I don't know what I want for breakfast. Nameless says, after 11 years of making art, I finally started to tape my drawings down, and I'm never going back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good afternoon from Romania. Can't believe that my favorite artist is drawing my favorite singer. That's so cute.
Oh, that's great.
You're sweet. It's summer. I no longer get to watch y'all's lives in my history class while drawing with my friend. Aw.
Good memories.
Oh, yeah. This is my second live. I'm from Indonesia.
Welcome.
Do you have any toys from when you were younger? Oh, poison up. Oh, let us have that conversation.
Yeah. No, I have. Now, mind you, I didn't keep any of my toys. I had to go back and rebuy them on eBay or garage sales or we went to a flea market and I found.
Oh, we had a good time at the flea market.
Yeah.
That was fun. We had a really good flea market here about a month or so ago. That was we had a lot of fun with that one. I want to go this time when we go in June. I want to go to the little donut truck. I want to try the little mini donuts.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. I was going to draw, but now I'm having muscle spasms in my arm, so probably not. Oh, I'm sorry.
It could be you are dehydrated. Maybe drink some water.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Eat a banana.
Yep. Erica says, I would totally love to do that with you. I'm in. We're going to plan it. We're going to plan a botanical garden visit. Sal says, I have been trying to draw. Oops, hold on. And of course my chat jumped. Okay. Sal's now asked 14 questions here, and I'm trying to go back to find the other one. All right. You're going to have to put that question in again. I think we're going to go black nails for him on Saturday. I just want to see what he'd look like a little bit on the goth side. And we're going to take it off right after the live anyway, because he hates it. So I think we're going to go black just because I think it would be fun to see his nails in black. Let's see. How do you pick your poses? Because Sal is having trouble picking a pose to draw his favorite person in.
I look for a photo with the pose that I want. It's I'm using photo reference, so I'm looking for something that looks interesting for me to draw. If you're doing a likeness, I would find something that looks like the person, because a lot of times people don't look like themselves in photographs. So you got to look for that.
Let's see. Who was your favorite teacher in art school?
I didn't really have a favorite teacher, but the two that I remember were Barbara Bradley, who was my figure drawing class teacher, and she was the head of the illustration department. And then there was Paul Cratter, who was wildlife illustration.
Yeah, you liked him a lot. Let's see. Who's your favorite Avenger?
Captain America.
What's your favorite thing to draw?
Hair.
It's my first live hello from Sweden.
Hello. I'm going to get a tissue paper or paper towels.
Do you like Back to the Future?
Oh, yeah. All three.
Where do I sit in relationship to Scott? I am not behind him. I am directly to his left, and I'm about, 10 feet away? Yeah. I'm sitting at his desk, and he is standing at his art table. So when you look at the video of the Hobbit hole, the desk that you will see in that video is where I sit, and I am looking to the right of me towards the doors, and that is where Scott is standing at the drawing desk. What culture do you think has the greatest influence on art today? That's an interesting question, Troy.
Either the Italian Renaissance or the French Impressionism.
Okay, do you have any tips on drawing someone whose hair is fully white? Like, how would be a good way to show the eyebrows/eyelashes without being too much?
If you're drawing it, you do it with thin lines here, like that. His hair was bleached, just pure white.
I was always afraid.
But you see, there's not a lot of the hair isn't as dense as that. See how I've got all the dark hair? The darker it is, the more the lines are going to be there. His hair was just light. I don't think there's any other light-haired people. You can see she's blonde, so there's less lines.
Yeah. Good point.
Same with Dolly Parton. See how I'm leaving more light?
Okay. The tea today is the Harrods Knightsbridge blend. Let's see. Where was the game? There is a video on how Scott found his art style, and that should be helpful to you. Is it a video or is it a short?
How I found my art style. Oh, that's my art is a mosaic. And that is a short.
Okay. So check the shorts for that. My art is a mosaic. What is your favorite movie or cartoon ever watched?
Favorite movie is Princess Bride. Favorite cartoon is either Speed Racer, Classic Spider-Man, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh God, there's so many good cartoons.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
I mean, we grew up on Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner and all that kind of stuff. My favorite movie is Pride and Prejudice, obviously. The 6-hour A&E version from 1995, not the 2005 version. There's nothing wrong with the 2005 version, but the 1995 version is more closely aligned with the book, and that is what I personally prefer. So there we go. Oh, wow. There is no best, so we're not going to answer that question. How's that? There is no best. I wish there was a best, but there is not. Unless you're talking about the best thing to drink in the whole wide world, and that would be tea. Hands down. Fight me. Let's see. Yeah, that would be a little too much work. Painting a rainbow on his nails? I don't think so. That would be way too... And he barely sits still for one coat of nail polish, so painting an entire rainbow is not going to happen. I'm going to say, Alex, if you look back on any of the watercolor lives, you will be able to see what Scott does as far as his technique goes.
Oh, there's a Everything I Know About Watercolors video.
Yeah, and you'll be able to see that.
Yeah, look under videos. I've been making long form videos, people.
What was your favorite subject when you were in art school? When you were in school, other than art? Lunch? Recess? Lunch?
Yeah, I did not like school. I just did not like school.
I think perhaps if you would have had some accommodations for autism, you would have liked
If they'd
it a
have
little
known,
bit
yeah.
better. If they had done that back then, but they did not do that. It would have maybe made a difference. Any advice if your parents object on your art career?
Oh, God, yeah, we hear that a lot.
We do. Quite a bit.
You know, you don't have to have a career in art. You can...
They're looking out for you.
Yeah, yeah. You can make art. My friend Frank Cho is a hold on a second. Is a famous comic book artist right now, and he went to nursing school because I believe he's Korean.
No, isn't he Vietnamese?
No, and his parents were very strict.
Yep.
You know, I think his brother's a lawyer or a doctor or whatever, and they wanted him to get a good job, and he, you know, went to nursing school, but he just taught himself art, and he's one of the best comic artists in the world right now, and you don't need to go to an art school. You don't need to major in art. You can take art classes as a minor if you want to. You can learn it after you graduate. It's really not going to impact your life that much.
You could do a minor in art too if you wanted.
Yeah.
You know.
So I mean, just do your best to convince your parents if it's really something you want. There's a video I made on should I pursue art as a career. Watch that and look and see if that's really something that you feel so strongly about that, as they say, that's a hill you want to die on, so to speak. And if that's the case, then make your case. But it doesn't hurt if you have any other skills, it does not hurt to pursue that because art, you don't need art school for.
It's also a difficult life to make a living at.
Oh, yeah.
Having been through it for 30 plus years, it's a difficult thing to do. And your parents, it may seem like they're being mean, but they're just looking out for you. They want you to be, they don't want you to struggle. They want you to be successful. They want you to be able to take care of yourself. And as a mom, I know that we always want our kids to do what they want to do, but we also want them to be stable, quote unquote stable. And we want them to not have the trials and tribulations that we had. I mean, you guys are gonna anyway, because you don't listen to us, but we want to make your lives as easy as possible. And that's all they're trying to do.
Yeah.
So don't be too hard on them. What do you think about performance art?
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of art that you have to watch to be made. I'm not taking away from, people who can paint blindfolded upside down while underwater. I think, hey, that's a skill that you possess, then amazing. But I think at the end of the day, what matters is the art. And I think if you have to say, if you have a piece of art on the wall and someone goes, what is that? And you're like, oh, well, you had to be there, but the person was upside down underwater and it's like, okay, well, hey, that's great. If that was a great experience for you and you wanted the piece of art for that, then that's great. But I think art should
be about
not should. I'm sorry.
You prefer.
I prefer art. For some people, is in the performance, and I think a lot of that goes to like my art. I think for years, decades, I could not get anybody to look at my art, and now that I'm on YouTube, and now that I am telling a story with my art, that's performance art. To me, what I'm doing, I think I'm a better storyteller than I am an artist. I think without me giving context to my art, my art is diminished in that way. And so, in a lot of ways, I'm doing performance art, but I've just never been one for that performance. That's all.
Okay. Gail, we're not layering. Like I said, he'd be lucky to get one coat on his nails before Saturday. What's your favorite memory together?
God, favorite memory together.
God, we've had so many.
Yeah, we've got 30 years of them.
35.
I
don't think I could just pick one. We've been through a lot and done a lot of things. I mean, I could say like all of the traveling that we've done together has been super fun.
Yeah. We've got premiering our movie at Warner Brothers.
That was
sitting
huge.
Next to Huey Lewis and a bunch of
Venice.
Venice was
London.
Was nice. Yeah.
Paris.
So, we've got some really good ones, but, I think the last night, Donna and I were just burnt out, so we took Esmeralda for a drive. Sunset, it was sunset, and it was, I think those are the most special times, are just holding hands and walking on a beach or going
Ugh.
for a drive in Esmeralda.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's necessarily the big moments, that do it. I mean, I love. We would take the boys to Disney World.
Yeah, that was always fun. I like how we've gotten to watch them as they've gotten older, and now it's like they just go off and do their own thing.
Yeah.
It's like, see ya. It's kind of funny
Yeah.
watching all of that. What's your opinion on AI art?
I don't think it's art. It's just
AI and art should not be in the
reconstituted
same sentence.
other people's art.
Yeah. If there was ever cheating, it's AI. What's your favorite music genre?
I don't really have one, but I guess if 80s is a genre, then that would be it.
What's the most frustrating art piece you made? They're all ripped up and in the trash.
Yeah, anything involving hands, I think.
Yeah. Scott draws well because he has like 50 years of practice, guys.
And I'm using photo reference. Don't discount the fact that I am looking at a photo and copying it. I'm not really doing much creatively. This is just a practice, just a little exercise.
Scott doesn't play Dungeons and Dragons anymore.
No, I haven't since I was in junior high.
I don't know that I'd ever remember the weirdest dream I'd ever had. There are so many tutorials, Happy Frog, on faces and all things facial features. So
Yeah,
you
there's
can check
a video on drawing people that should compile a lot of that stuff.
Bethany says, I'm old enough to have my own teenager and my parents still object to my art career. Well, your parents stink because you're an amazing painter. And I can say that because I'm a grown adult.
Yeah, I was very fortunate to have parents who supported me.
Well, you have artists on both sides of your family.
Yeah.
And I think the difference is they just got it.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I didn't grow up with artists in my family at all either. And it's hard when you don't have that. Let's see. Violet Sky, I think that's a great idea. Their parents actually support them in wanting to choose a career in art. Both me and my parents think it'd be a good idea to be an art teacher since I work well with kids as well.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I love it. I love it when your interests and your career aspirations can kind of come together. That's a very rare thing, and you should appreciate that. The only way the hair strands are going to go wrong is if Scott actually
there's a lot of them are wrong. These are.
But is it really quote unquote wrong?
Well, I'm
or
saying
is it just kind of
not exactly according to the photo, and maybe didn't look as good as I had hoped. It's just I made a short. Artists see the scars, and the audience a lot of times doesn't see it, but we see everything that we went, oh, I don't like the way that line looks, or oh, the eye's off here, or and we see all of that. So you might not be seeing it, but I'm seeing, like, oh, the pencil broke, or this or that, or whatever.
Yeah. Let's see. Have you ever thought about pursuing a different career besides YouTube?
Well, yeah, I was a video game designer. I was a comic book writer, comic book illustrator. I worked in animation and TV and film. I wrote a film. I directed a film. I produced a film. Children's book illustrator. God, I've had so many careers. So yes, I've done a lot of different things.
The king of the pivot.
Yeah, just because life just keeps throwing curveballs at you.
And it will your whole life. You just got to pivot. We call it the great pivot in our house.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this happened. Okay, we're pivoting.
There it goes again.
Yeah, Gail, then I'd have to go out and buy another polish, and I've already got at least a
Gail
dozen,
is
so.
just determined, isn't
She is. Gail's determined. Yeah. I've already decided it's going to be black. I have a quick dry polish. It'll dry in less than a minute, and his nail beds are super easy to paint, and that's what we're going to do. So tomorrow will be black. Maybe next month we'll find
tomorrow.
another. I'm sorry, Saturday. Yeah. Saturday. We'll do that. Let's see. What's the worst thing in your art, in your opinion?
In my art?
Like, what's the worst thing you see in your art?
A lack of originality. I wish I could draw out of my head as good as I can draw with photo reference.
Yeah.
Anybody can draw out of their head. Anybody can use just their imagination. Anybody can use photo reference. I just happen to be better at using photo reference than I am at drawing out of my head, and I don't like that. I wish I could tell the stories that are in my head visually at the same level that I can with photo reference. Like if I could have drawn the guild out of my head to the same level as if I hadn't had the photo reference, that would make me happy.
Let's see. What's more important, values or colors? Because I always struggle with lighting and shadows on my backgrounds.
I don't think anything is more important. It's like saying what's more important, proportions or perspective. They're both important. Unless you decide that they're not important. Some artists decide that they are going to throw away all rules of color or all rules of value or perspective.
No rules for you.
Yeah, and they're like, I'm going to draw things the way they're not supposed to be. But, it's just, values are important. Color is important. Unless you decide that they're not.
Let's see. Is laziness a sickness, and what would your home remedy be?
Laziness is not a sickness. I think laziness is the fact that whatever your task is not interesting to you. So let's say let's say you want to draw, but you're too lazy. All right. Oh, come on.
You're having a rough go with that pencil sharpener today.
It's just done, I think. But if you want to draw, but you're too lazy, your problem isn't laziness. Your problem is that you're really not into art. That's all. Maybe
you'd like something else better.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, and I did a video about that. Where I'm talking about if you look at making art like playing video games, you don't have to talk people into playing video games. That's what they want to do instead of doing the thing they're supposed to be doing, right? That's what art should be. So, you never hear, someone say, God, this person should be playing more video games, but they're just so lazy. You don't see someone say, God, I should be playing some more Zelda, but I'm just too lazy. No one does that, that's where you're getting your dopamine. That's where you're getting your happiness from playing video games. So for me, it's art. And I feel happy when I make art. If I don't feel like making art, I don't make art. I don't call myself lazy about it. It's just not something I want to do. And I think that's really what it is. If you're looking at, if people are calling you lazy, or if you're feeling like you're calling yourself lazy, because you're not doing the thing that you think you should be doing, then maybe just don't do that thing.
Do you think you're going to make a TV show / comic with Octavia and the bear?
I have so many scripts and books already written that would come first.
A lot.
So I'm not going to say no, but I'm saying if that happens, I think it would be from either I've already told the other stories, or somebody or some company comes along and says they want to do this, and I give it my blessings, or I, help make that happen. But yeah, I'm never going to say never, because it could be a lot of fun. But I think I've got better ideas that are much more fleshed out right now.
Okay, let's see. Amy says, when I was in secondary school and applying for college, I told my mom I wanted to do art and photography, and she told me no, as I won't get anywhere doing that. I'm 29 and wish I did it. You are not too old to try something new.
Yeah.
Grandma Moses didn't start painting till she was in her 70s.
I didn't start taking up watercolors until my 40s.
You're never too
seriously, you are so young. Seriously, you are so young.
Yep.
Go and do that thing. Don't have any regrets. You did not need your mom's permission.
No.
You don't need your mom's permission
You don't need
now.
anybody's permission. You're 29 years
Go
old.
and do the thing.
Do all the things that you want to do. As long as you're not hurting anybody, you're fine. Take a painting class. You can, a lot of community centers have painting classes. See if it's something that you still have a fire and a passion for.
Yeah.
And if it is, grab a notebook and figure out a path. You're never too late. Let's see. Scott had a point in time where he had 10 years of art block.
Yeah.
So, okay. For those of you who are asking if we can see the comments, we can see your comments. But when Scott answers, a bunch of you put more comments in, and so the chat jumps. So I may miss a comment. If I miss your question, just put it back in the chat and we will get there, okay?
Yeah,
I
don't
appreciate
spam it.
you.
But
don't spam, or I'm just going to ignore
and
you.
also, if it's something that the mods know the answer to, they're going to help out and answer.
Yes, correct.
So that way you don't, you don't sit there without the answer.
Yep. Let's see. Okay. So me and one of my friends argue over which one is better, color or black and white. I prefer doing all black and white pencil and charcoal, and he prefers doing color pencils and markers.
Yeah.
Which is it for you?
I mean, this is technically black and white if you think about it. I like both. It just depends on what my mood is. There's obviously no better. It's just a preference.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. My friend Tony, he directed the movie Mulan, and he and I would jokingly argue about what was better, 2D animation or 3D animation.
You guys do that all the time.
And there is no better. It's all in the storytelling. Like, I could show you really bad black and white drawings and really good color drawings and go, see, color's better. But I could do the opposite too. I could show you really amazing black and white drawings and really bad color paintings. And it's in the storytelling.
Yeah.
Let me hit stop and then hit record again. There we go.
Okay. And Leon says, my mother refused to sign my loans for school if I went for art, so I got a useless degree that I don't use for my day job, and now I have a full-time job and I take commissions for portraits.
Oh.
There you go. I also was not encouraged to do something that I loved in school. And I think what we all have to realize, and I think especially us as parents have to realize, our kids are going to be different than we are. And our kids are not going to have the same likes or expectations on how the world is going to work for them. And they may want to do something that we don't necessarily understand. And so I think the onus is on us to say, you know what? I love that you love whatever it is. Can you make a living doing that? Let's research it. Can I help you research it? And if they say, no, I've got it, you could still, as a parent, do your own research and maybe suggest, hey, here's some ways to go this way.
Are there people in the chat asking about parenting part of it? It seems like most of them are talking about...
But there are some older people our age or people, who have kids that are younger, like in 2, 3, 4, 5. And I just think sometimes it's nice to talk about that too.
All right, see, I got to erase a little bit here because
You destroyed it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Let's see. Do you think AI will make a drawing career in the future harder?
Yes, in the fact that there are idiots who have the money who are going to go, oh, let's just have it just done AI, and instead of hiring an artist. So yeah. Now, I think the general population of people will prefer traditional art or handmade art, but I also think the general population is stupid and they'll take whatever the corporations feed them. So it's up to us as artists to be better.
This person says, I disagree. There are plenty of successful artists that say they procrastinate sometimes.
Oh, yeah, but that's not laziness. Mm-mm. Laziness is a word that we use for someone who doesn't do what they're supposed to do. They just don't do what they're supposed to. And what they're supposed to do is subjective. If someone says you're lazy because you're not making art, well, then maybe you just don't like making art, is what my point was on that.
These people hate it when their pencil breaks and they just use a mechanical pencil.
Yeah.
Ryan says, I think that having a comfortable space to make art helps with the motivation. I want to make art and music all the time. That requires setting up the space, which can affect my inspiration.
Yeah. This is not an easy one to do.
Yeah, you're having a moment.
Yeah.
Let's see. If you hadn't pursued art, what were your other career thoughts?
I had no other options. I really didn't. I wasn't good at anything.
Sylvie says, hey, Scott, I'm having a problem with my art. I only draw horses and I'm kind of good at it. I want to draw other things, but I'm always struggling at it. What should I do to improve Love from Morocco?
Oh, hello. There's a series called Draw Everything Every Day. And there's a video on where it says, don't draw everything, don't draw every day. Look at those and see if that helps you. But essentially, just get used to drawing what you see. Like, I've never drawn a Mitski before, and here I am drawing them. It's because I have the ability to look at a photo and draw what I see. That's what you want to start training your eye to do. Start drawing cars and buses and computers and popcorn and everything.
And that's going to go for Michael, too. When you ask, how do you figure out what you love to draw? If you draw everything every day, you will figure out what you love to draw.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know that hair was something I really loved to do until I kept drawing it. And then I
always knew you loved hair and muscles.
Yeah. But you don't know until you try it.
But even in your younger stuff, like, you could see that. What made you get back into art after 10 years?
I think I just really wanted to, and then I missed it, but I kept trying to go back to colored pencils, and I just hated my art with colored pencils. I just kind of just peaked with colored pencils, and so I I decided to just try watercolors, and that was like opened up a whole new world.
Okay. If you guys are asking for tips, there's an entire playlist. There's long videos and there's short videos on watercolors and different things like that. If you're going to ask a question, ask me a specific question so I can ask
Yeah,
Scott
but
of
check
that.
out the
Tips
videos.
is just
Yeah.
a little too nebulous. Let's see. What's some type of comment or remark you hate to receive on your art?
I think anything that I already feel about myself, if someone says, "Oh, your work is unoriginal, you're just copying a photo," those are anything that mirrors your inner monologue, I think is always the most hurtful because it tends to reinforce that, that feeling. And so,
Sure.
we don't like that because we're battling our own demons already.
What complementary colors do you think are most used in your art?
I don't know if they're complementary, but I think I use teal and yellow. I use purple and orange.
And you use a lot of Payne's gray.
Yeah.
Do you agree with the idea that tortured artists, poets, or musicians seem to create more compelling works?
No. No. I think that's just the drama that people seem to like. I don't think artists need to be tortured and
I think people can be, and I think that
Can
can
be,
be a
but they don't
motivation,
need
but they
to
don't
be.
have to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
The question is, do you feel like they produce better work?
Right.
No, I don't think that's a prerequisite. And in all honesty, like I said, I think it's just people like drama, and
Ugh, yeah, they do.
they like to hear a story about this artist, and they paint with their own feces because when they were a child, it's like, it's like, what, that makes no sense,
Okay, let's blow through some of these here. First of all, let's just go. Scott does not draw perfectly. Okay,
Oh, God,
nothing
no.
freehand is perfect. If he's going to draw proportions properly, he will trace something. Why are female faces harder to draw than male faces?
Because they are smoother. There's no like if you look at photography of women, like for a cover of Vogue or something like that,
that's airbrushed.
It's going to be the lighting is going to be straight on to flatten any shadows. You don't have dramatic lighting. With men, you usually put dramatic lighting, and you can see, like the brows are very heavy, and underneath the nose, and their nose is very strong, and you get those very sharp lines. Women's faces are always portrayed as being very feminine and very smooth.
What was your favorite piece of art to make today?
I enjoyed the guild.
Which do you appreciate more, art that is very aesthetically pleasing or art that carries the weight of the full story?
Aesthetically pleasing. I feel like if art needs a story, and I'm saying this as someone whose art usually needs a story behind it, I feel like that is not as interesting to me as art that just captures you upon seeing it. I think that is, and I I think every artist desires to make art that doesn't need a story. They desire to make art that when you just see it, you take people's breath away.
You feel something.
Yeah.
Okay. So can we just make it a normal thing to not ask what the best thing is? And I'm going to go on a little soapbox about this. Because every single person that is in this chat, and there are 234 of you right now, if we asked everybody what era of art do you think is the best, every single person on here would have a different
Yeah, but they're asking what I think.
Right. What era of art do you like the best?
I like the Art Nouveau and I like the Pre-Raphaelite.
I like Impressionism, personally. I just want everybody to know that there is no best. The same way that there is no best with art supplies. You know, like the art supply that's the best is the one that you like the best. The one that makes you want to paint. What's your favorite city that you've been to?
Well, the best city that I've ever been to.
It. Oh, you.
I think we really liked Venice.
Venice
we've never
was
been to
lovely.
Italy, and
Yeah.
it was. I think what I liked most about it was just walkable.
Yeah, you're very fond of a walkable city.
Yeah.
Scott has drawn so many Muppets.
Oh yeah.
Why do you primarily sketch with a Prismacolor instead of graphite?
Because graphite is squeaky. It's squeaky and it just gets all over everything, and it's shiny, and it's just, from a tactile point of view, it is just not very fun.
What's the difference between Asian eyes and more Western eyes? I can't draw the difference.
Oh, there's a video on how to draw eyes, and I talk about Asian eyes. It's the epicanthic fold.
Wow, that's a big word for an early morning. Do you have any tips for younger artists? My parents always flame me for not drawing realism because they probably believe it's the only true form of art, and it kind of hurts my mental.
Yeah. There's a series called Draw Everything Every Day. I would look at that. I would look at some of my other videos, and drawing from imagination or drawing your favorite anime character over and over again is great if that's what you want to do. I think what your parents might be saying is, if this is something that you want to pursue as a career, then you're going to need to learn how to draw more than just your favorite anime character. That's really it. If you want to pursue art as a career, let's say you want to be an anime artist, you're going to have to learn how to draw people and characters and places and things and whatnot, and you have to learn how to draw things from different perspective, and that's where drawing from life teaches you all of that. And whether your parents know what they're saying about art or not, I don't know, but they're not wrong in that you do need to draw, not realism, but you need to know how the world works to stylize it. If you're gonna draw hands, you don't want to learn how to draw anime hands. You need to know how hands are made. I mean, not made, but how hands look under different lighting conditions, under different poses, for foreshortening, etc., etc. Then you could stylize it. So please look at the Draw Everything Every Day series. Look at some of my more recent videos. the longer videos, and hopefully that helps you. But I don't think your parents intend to flame you. I think they're just trying to. I think the fact that let's put it this way: if you've been on the live for a bit, you've heard that there are a bunch of people whose parents are telling them not to pursue art. They wish that they had parents saying, do this, you're going to need this to get better at art. In other words, your parents are saying, if you want to do this, you're going to need to learn this, 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 and this. That's encouraging you. There's so many kids, or not kids, there's so many people here whose parents are
Not encouraging.
not encouraging them, who are saying, I don't want you to draw at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
take that as a good sign that you have good parents.
They're supporting you.
Flames and all.
Scott has never used Procreate. Guys, any recommendation that he's going to have for getting better at anything drawing is just going to be practice. Have you seen Mad Max Furiosa?
Oh God, no. I'm not really a fan of the Mad Max, the later ones. We saw the originals ones back in the 80s, and they were fine, but I'm not into post-apocalyptic stuff.
Me either. I'm also tired of Hollywood doing remakes because they can't come up with anything
Well, it's
new.
not a remake. It's
It's
prequel to.
we don't need a prequel. We don't need a million.
Yeah,
sequels.
as we're writing a sequel, dear.
I said prequel. See what I did there? Do you have a favorite Muppet?
Kermit the Frog.
Let's see. Michael, check out my art as a mosaic. That's how you will find out how he got his current art style. Scott's favorite paint is Winsor & Newton paints. There is a list on the website that is under the resources page. Art supplies that Scott uses and art supplies that he's tried. Who is your favorite historical artist?
God, it's hard to pick just one artist, you know. Currently, I'm very influenced by Alphonse Mucha. I love J.C. Leyendecker, Sir Lawrence Amatadima. Yeah, those I'll use just for now.
What's the one character you've drawn the most?
Gosh, either Snape or Wonder Woman.
Yes, the pencil sharpener does know when to stop sharpening. Or at least that's the theory. Let's see. Do you like to read fiction books, Scott?
Yeah, fantasy, but I don't read too much.
Have you ever tried pottery?
Yeah, I remember at some point doing it. I don't know if it was in school or whatnot.
Okay, Scott traces to get if he's doing something that has to look like the person, he will trace it.
Yeah, if you're having a hard time getting the likeness right, trace it or try the grid method.
Can you suggest different artists to follow?
There's Kim Diaz Home. There is Sam Does Art. There's Rishi Draws. There's Leslie Strauss. I don't know if you can see who I follow, but I would look under, I think is there a collaborations playlist maybe? Look for that and see who I've collaborated with.
With music, do you like music where the message is obvious in the song, or do you think music is better when the message of the song is open to interpretation?
Oh, I don't care. I just care about the music.
You guys are having a really high level morning this morning.
I think that's wonderful.
Yeah. Everybody's asking some pretty heavy questions.
Yeah, I don't think I really did a good job on this, but I knew it was going to be difficult. So,
do you have any videos on side profiles?
I think so. It's not on side profiles, but I think it's just look at the Drawing Humans video, and you should see um, just the generic, drawing the head.
How do you know you're finished with a painting or a sketch?
I think I made a video about that, but when you are bored, when you have nothing else to noodle. But I give myself, if you're somebody who just keeps noodling a piece, give yourself a time limit.
Mirabelle wants to know what your favorite app or anything for inspiration is. I don't know that there's an app for inspiration.
Instagram is where I think I get inspired. I follow photographers and cosplayers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. What are your favorite sweet and sour snacks? First of all, sour is yucky in my humble opinion, and I don't like it.
I like Swedish Fish, gummy Coke bottles, atomic fireballs, red licorice.
I'm an M&M kind of girl. And potato chips. So many potato chips. So many potato chips. Scott draws, I write. Can you name some other... I don't know what you're asking me for there, Dalton. Do you have any tips for people who are trying to improve their portrait drawing proportions and anatomy?
Yeah. For anatomy, try the playlist of 1 minute figure drawing class, or 1 minute figure drawing. And for portraits, I would just keep drawing people. Use photo reference and have fun with it.
I did read The Midnight Library. I read it a while ago and it was wonderful. I loved it. Do you think his art is influenced by beauty standards or the other way around?
Just art in general? I think it goes both ways.
Let's see. I didn't think it was predictable at all. I thought it was really good, though.
With the book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bethany said it was predictable. Yes, Scott has tried digital art, and there's
a couple shorts on it.
Yeah. If you could have an art lesson / meetup with any artist, living or dead, who would you pick?
Oh.
I'd want to meet Jane Austen.
Yeah, I generally don't know because I really don't know too much about the different artists, and you could really like someone's art, but they would be a horrible person, So I don't know. I don't know if I have a person like that.
Gail, one of these days I'm going to hug you in person. I love her so much. She puts in the chat, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Oh. Do you know what that's from, dear?
No, I don't. But
it's from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Okay, there we go. But it's funny because that goes along with all the questions we've had today. It's kind of funny. Do you have a favorite dinosaur? Kia
Triceratops.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a poster or the Chapel one or the Florence one. I don't know. Never say never, but I don't think so.
If I could find a way to do maybe some little 6x9 cards like what we did before, like where'd they go?
Oh, I didn't touch them. Don't look at me. I know better than to touch the art table.
Then maybe we'll do that. But it's just when we do those, it's a big expensive investment, and we still have a lot of posters. So I gotta.
We do indeed.
See if we can.
Okay. Do you think art is inherently political?
No. There's nothing political about what I'm doing right now. I'm just, copying a photo. I think Political is man-made, something that is used to divide people. So whether it would be the rights of one person over another, taxing one group or another, that is political, and that's only meant to divide us. It is not meant to help us in any way. The theory of politics is that we disagree on how to approach a certain problem, like say let's say we want to lower the national debt, and one group says we think we should tax the rich more, and another group says okay, and another group might say, well, we think that we should lower spending. Right? Those are two ways politically to solve a governmental problem. But and I saw someone say this the other day, but homelessness shouldn't be political. That's a moral thing. We shouldn't be deciding on whether we should allow people to be homeless or not. That's a moral question, which the answer, of course, is no. We should have no homelessness. Hunger is a moral question. Women's rights are a moral question. Gay rights, race things, those are all moral questions. Those shouldn't be political. And the only reason why they're political is because politicians are making it so to divide us. Morally, we should be wanting the best for each other as citizens. And so I don't think art is inherently political, but I think art can be used to raise awareness for things, which then makes it political. But again, the whole being political, like a genocide, that should not be political, ever. Killing is killing, and killing is wrong.
And boy, did I know you were going to go on that one. Okay. Yes, Scott has tried digital art. There are shorts on that.
Two shorts on that, yeah.
His favorite type of colored pencil is?
Prismacolor.
Do you know how to work with charcoals?
Yeah, we had to learn that in art school.
What's your favorite thing to draw?
Hair. Except for today.
Mm-hmm. Can you draw with your left hand?
Yes, but poorly.
Bethany has 5 cats, and my favorite is Michelangelo. Have you ever drawn a Hamilton character? And what's your favorite Hamilton song?
Yes, I've drawn, I think, all of them, and You'll Be Back.
Have you ever heard of Epic the Musical?
I have not.
Me either. What is the meaning of life?
42. Yeah.
Yes, I have read all of the works by Jane Austen except her Juvenilia, which I found incredibly difficult to get through. But I have read everything that she has written because she is wonderful. Do you plan on drawing or painting anything for Pride Month?
I don't know. I did that last year. It was wonderful. I just don't know. It has to feel right.
Mm-hmm. Not exploitative in any way.
Yeah.
What do you think about the grottage technique?
Never heard of it.
Me either. And we have discussed a lot of techniques. Have you read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
No. I've seen the movies.
What do you think about abstract art?
Not a fan, but it's art.
So what you're saying is anarchy is the answer.
Sorry, are you answering
No,
somebody or me?
that was a comment to what there's. Oh, it's a question. So what you're saying is anarchy is the answer.
No, I don't think anarchy is the answer. I think people stop voting for things that are against their best self-interest, and to demand that we stop making moral issues political issues. I don't think that I think as a nation, or as a species, whether someone has the same rights, whether one group of people has the same rights as other group of people, should never be a question that we have to decide. Mm-hmm. Everybody should be created equally. Everybody should have the same rights, and that the fact that that's even something that people argue about is disgusting.
Human rights should never be political. I 100% agree. Yeah. These questions are way too deep for a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Nixia says philosophical Wednesday.
Yeah.
100% accurate. We do not listen to Mitski on a regular basis, to the best of my knowledge.
No. Like I said, the only way I know of her is you guys asked for her, and I Googled her, did some research. Seems like a good person, and I listened to a couple of the songs, and I went, oh, I heard these on TikTok.
Do you like country music?
No.
Do you consider yourself a pacifist?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm a pacifist whose favorite comic is Conan the Barbarian, and, likes the John Wick movies and things like that. But no, that's all just fantasy. At the end of the day, everybody thinks they would do the right thing and fight the bad guys and this and that or whatever. But I genuinely, as I've gotten older, I believe that fighting in war is not the answer. Mm-hmm. I just think it is it's the thing that weak people do, is send other people off to war over land or over politics or something like that. It's a sign of weakness, and it's a sign of what's the word I'm thinking of? Like they haven't evolved. It's just silly.
I think that's a lot of what we're seeing in the world today. Is I think we're seeing a lot of unevolved, older, very old.
It's greed.
They're power hungry people.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for that. If the world was a level playing field and you didn't have billionaires and you didn't have oligarchs and you didn't have these people in power that were constantly going, no, I need this piece of land, or I need what's going on in with Russia and Ukraine. Yeah. It's, give me a break.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no need for innocent people to die. Yeah. And can we just all agree that everyone in the world should have food and shelter and clothing and a chance to raise their families and enjoy their lives? Yeah. But that's not what's going on. Any book recommendations? I guess I'm going to answer that one.
Yeah.
I've been on a nonfiction kick lately, so I have read Stolen Focus. I have read, let's see, what's the most current one I read? In Praise of Slowness, which was phenomenal. Enchantment, Awakening Wonder in an Anxious Age. I read Killers of a Certain Age. That was great. Do you prefer to listen to music digitally or via records, tapes, etc.?
I don't really have a preference. I listen to both. We have a record player and we listen to music and whatnot.
Yeah. Sometimes I bring my journal down and Scott will paint
play a
and we'll play
record.
records and listen to
Yeah.
records together. Yeah. I've been on a nonfiction kick for a lot of things lately. Writing, reading, the whole thing.
All right. I'm just going to call this one done.
Oh, shoo. Good. Favorite flower?
I really don't have a favorite flower.
I don't like flowers anymore because they all make me sneeze. Just like the cats.
Yeah.
The flowers make me sneeze.
All right. Well, we've got Mitski. We've got Hozier. Got John Lennon. Princess Leia. Oh, God, what was their name?
I don't remember. I told you should write it down.
Yeah.
What size sketchbook are you using?
This is like 9 by 12.
And it's a Strathmore 400 series with the tanned paper.
Yeah.
Do you have any videos on your art college experience?
Not particularly on the experience, but there's a video on Watch My Art Grow Over 40 Years, you'll see some of my college art and high school art and elementary school art.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and speaking of Hamilton,
There you go.
All right. Well, we are
Yeah, we're done for the day.
done.
So we will see you guys
On Friday.
That's right, on Friday.
Thank you for
And then
hanging
on
out with us.
Saturday for the Kim Diaz live.
Yes.
So, yeah. So that's that.
Thank you all for
All right.
hanging out with us. We hope you have a wonderful day.
Let's go figure out breakfast. I'm hungry. Bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. And end.